guys, my name is Katie and we're going to do our makeup and we are going to talk about Bridgerton season 3. Okay, so season 3 episode 1, Out of the Shadows, opens to everybody coming back from the London summer. Right here I have Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Nude Ivory and it is dewy. And I just put this on the back of my hand because I just do. Okay, so she has a lot to say. Anyway, so here is my foundation. I'm just gonna take it and dab it all over the place. And I just use my fingers, and I'm a huge believer in not wearing too much makeup. So we are reintroduced to the Bridgerton family with Francesca joining us now that she is officially done with her pianoforte lessons in Bath. And we do have a new actress for Miss Francesca. She is fantastic. There was no like bad blood or anything from like what I've read about the show. It was just that the actress had a scheduling conflict. So I'm just gonna throw things in there while I'm using it. So this is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I already have like a base on, and then I just kind of use it to spot any acne spots or right under here. And then I just use my fingers to dab it in. I used to use sponges and all that, but I no longer do. Anyway, Miss Francesca is quiet and she is way different than the other Bridgerton siblings. She's actually excited to meet a husband, much to Eloise's surprise. And then we are also reintroduced to the Featheringtons. So Prudence Featherington has gotten married, and she is married to a gentleman named Mr. Dankworth. He is portrayed as a handsome young man, but not the smartest. And she doesn't really seem that into him, so I think that there's going to be a lot of character growth, like maybe in the second half. I did already watch all of the episodes, but each makeup video that I'm going to do, I'm just going to talk about like things, highlights, things that I saw. And for my cheek, I'm using AF94 Playdate. It is a multi-use cheek and lip color in the shade First Prize. So I just do that there, and again, I just use my fingers for everything. And then if I see any lines like that, I'll use a clean finger and just kind of blend it out. And I really love this stuff. It just adds a really pretty pink sheen. And then we are also reintroduced to the Mondrich family. We have Will Mondrich and Alice Mondrich, and they are the boxing couple that own the new club. And what's exciting about their storyline is I'm really excited that they get to branch out more and that they're expanding their story, because I really liked them in past seasons. They've been there since season 1. So far this season is that their son Nicholas becomes the Baron of Kent because Alice had a great aunt or something, and he was the only male heir. For highlight, I am just using, this is super duper old. It is called Extra, and it is a loose highlighter, and it is by Jaclyn Cosmetics. Like I said, this is extremely old, but I love it. It's still crazy luminescent. And, oop, I just made a mess. Other things that have changed this season are that Eloise and Cressida are best friends. So I guess after the whole falling out happened, they became best friends, which I personally think is kind of like crazy weird. For a palette, I am going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss, another crazy old one by Morphe Cosmetics. As you can see, I have loved on it some, but I thought that it would go with my shirt, and we're gonna go for some romantic vibes for Bridgerton, obviously. All right, and then for brushes, I'm just gonna use one. It is Wet n Wild P20. I really like this one. It's fluffy, it's cheap, it does the job. So we are going to, whoops, go in with this color right here that is obviously very loved, is our base transition shade. And I'm just gonna come in a little closer. Hello. Oh, another thing that I thought was crazy. Sorry if I'm like jumping around between makeup and Bridgerton, but this is what my videos are going to be like. All right. My brain just goes in a bunch of different directions. So I'm just going to start here. And you can just see that color payoff already, which is absolutely fantastic. And like I said, this palette is crazy old. I'm not even sure when it's from. I don't see an expiration date. Oh, well. And then I'm just going to sweep, sweep, sweep. And then if I find like harsh lines, then I just kind of do little circular motions. And I'll bring it right up into that highlight that I did earlier. I'm not really a big person that cares about the order in which things are done because I always go back and fix everything. So for our gentleman of the season, Mr. Colin Bridgerton. So he has been gone for 4 months traveling around the world. Some of the places that he mentioned that he went to were Paris, Italy. I can't remember where else. Paris and Italy. And he brought his siblings back all of these gifts, which was really, really sweet that, you know, he always thinks of them. And then the gift that he brings for Eloise is a book. And she's like, no, sorry, I'm actually reading Emma. Like, what? Eloise is just, last season must have really, you know, just shocked her and scared her because she is just like so afraid to like be herself. And I get why. Like at this time, you know, with all of everything that's going on, you know, she doesn't want to like ruin her family and stuff like that. But I think it's super unfair that, you know, that's the way that things were. And we're just gonna put it from like here to the end. And we're gonna use the same brush. And then sometimes if I want it more precise, I'll just pinch it so that it gets kind of flat. Did not use enough. As you see, I had to kind of hit that pan a couple times. Get some of that color payoff. And then I just do the same thing. Sweepy, 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 sweep. So when Colin is reintroduced, he's completely different. My first thought when I saw him was like, he was like this sexy pirate and he's got the long hair now and he's got the confidence, but I thought like capital R for rake like last season because he's just so in his element and he's flirting with all of the young ladies, just like blatantly out there. But he stops Penelope and he's like, hey, I miss you. And she's like, do you miss me? Because you said you don't want to date me in front of everyone and I'm so sick of being like the laughing stock of everyone. And I completely agree with her. You know, he just like comes and goes and then he wants her when he wants her, but then he doesn't when he doesn't. You know, that's not fair to her. You know, she deserves better. Okay, we're gonna go in with Buried Treasure right here. And I'm just gonna use my finger. So we're gonna do that. Look how pretty. And we're gonna do right here at the end. Oh, that's pretty. So I know a lot of people like go into doing makeup and stuff with an idea of where they're gonna end up, but me personally, I just kind of start and then see where things go. Like I was not expecting this to be like a smoky. And then we're just gonna go in with that other brush and we're just gonna soften and blend a little bit. And if you have fallout, that is totally okay, you know. Fallout is totally fine. It happens. I usually just keep like a towel or a paper towel or something close by so I can just wipe my fingers because I do use my fingers for everything. I think that looks pretty good. And then I always just kind of like go like this just to give the illusion of like a wing, I guess. And then to play up my highlight a little more, I'm going to go in with Bling Bling. And I'm just going to use a clean finger. I usually use my pinky because it's small enough. I go right here. Right here. And if I feel like I do too much, I always just kind of like wipe it on the back. But it adds a little bit more dimension to my face. Okay, and then we are going to go in with Crybaby by Spoiled Cosmetics for my eyeliner. And I am just going to use a little mirror right here. All right, there is one. And then I'm gonna go in and do the other one. I know a lot of people are like super nervous about doing eyeliner and all that kind of stuff, and I used to be, but honestly, if you make a mistake, like, you can just fix it. And in my experience, when people like do their makeup and like spend the time, a lot of people don't really look that close. At least in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people, like, they'll be like, oh, your makeup looks so pretty, but like they're not really looking to see, you know, the nitty gritty details. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to cover the camera with that. But yeah, so that's okay. They don't have to be, you know, perfect. I have a 6-month-old daughter, so, you know, if I get some makeup on my face, I would consider that a success. You know, everybody's got stuff going on. You don't have all this time. Or, you know, sometimes you do. Oh, this is just an eyelash color that I got from the Dollar Tree. For mascara, I have Neutrogena Hydro Boost. And I personally don't like fake lashes or anything like that. I'm a huge face toucher. And I always like rub my eyes, especially when I'm tired. So for me personally, fake lashes are just not something that I use. I've used them in the past and stuff like that, and like use them for special occasions, but I don't use them that often. If I can, I'll prefer to use like my actual lashes. So I just did a really light coat of this. And then for a more fine look, I am going to go in with their Real by Benefit Cosmetics, and this is just a little travel one. I really like this one for separating the lashes. If you look at that, you can see that there's like a little end, so you can get like up close. All right, and then for a lippy, I am just going to go in with my NYX Lingerie XXL, and it is in the shade Undressed. And I just pop this on. I like it as a nude. Okay, and then we're just gonna take our hair down and do a nice little fluffy fluff. Do you guys remember in old makeup YouTube videos how at the end they would do like a montage to see how good they look? I do, so we're gonna do one. Bow, 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 bow. All right, guys, I know that this video was kind of chaotic and I'm sorry about that, but I promise in other videos I will try to get it together. I make no promises, but as I said before, I am Katie and welcome to my channel. You know, let's have some fun together, you know? This is going to be like a fun place where you can come and hang out and we're friends. So if you have any thoughts on season 3 of Bridgerton, or when you're excited for other episodes, or you want me to go more in depth, I definitely can. Like I said, I'm sorry this is kind of scatterbrained, but for my first video, I think I did okay. All right, guys, you have a great day, night, wherever you are, and I'm super excited to be on this platform. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.